connection in the world of Irathil. I'll be off of the what's it called? Fuck. The camera for a bit while I finish dinner, but we will be playing nonetheless. I think I have to actually be in here in order to hear it, but alright, I'll be back.
I Calvin, do you have a headset now?
No,
Mm,
it's still
So-
the same headphone.
okay.
Does it sound clearer or the same?
It sounds exactly the same as usual.
Let me get things set up. I think this is the main reason I wanted a microphone or a headset that could be wireless.
So AirPods.
Oh,
Those have my.
well, yeah. I'm gonna enable push to talk. All right, say a thing real quick.
Hi, Brady. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Hi, Brady.
Now we gotta get. Do y'all hear yourself when you're?
I do not hear myself. Yes, never mind. I do hear myself very clearly.
What do you mean? Actually,
Echo.
yeah, I heard myself too.
All right, I'm gonna put push to talk on while I do this part. All right, now say a thing.
Hey. Hi, Brady.
Excellent, it works.
Testing. Okay. But yeah, I almost got a new headphone too when I was getting stuff at Walmart, but I was like, no. Mostly because like the only good ones were USB, and my laptop is pretty much out of USB ports at this point. It's kind of just done. So I need to get like a normal kind with a normal headphone jack or a new computer. So yeah, that's not happening. I didn't think that was interesting. I just want to say it.
No, that's fair. You can talk about your day while we wait on a certain someone.
But yeah, my plan for today, knowing I was going to be playing for essentially 8 hours straight, was that I was going to try to multitask and do other games. But that last session was really jam packed, so I couldn't really do anything other than like focus, make sure that I was on top of things, making sure okay, these are where the enemies are, this is where my gang is, this is where these are the people I got to punch in the face.
You seemed a lot more focused on the game than you usually are, actually.
I guess it's like in the last couple of well, like before we had this big combat thing, it was mostly like a lot of communicating between people and like lore stuff, and for a lot of it I wasn't even in the room, so it's like yeah, I can pay attention to this, or I can be in character and not be influenced by any of the things that I shouldn't know. So like, there's that. But even on those days, I wasn't really playing other games. Well, most of those days, I wasn't playing other games at the same time. So yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty.
that's fair. I kind of ignored the shit out of things that Shadow's not a part of as well. And then I probably do not have any idea what's going on, so
Yeah,
100% in character.
yeah. But like, I wasn't even part of the thing when Dragon was like, how did that go down? Like, so you came upon a dragon, you somehow got away with him, got away from him scot free, or is this before they came to this area? It's like, when did you join?
I've always been a part of this campaign. I can tell you exactly what happened.
Okay, what happened with the goddamn dragon? Who's
All
mom?
right, so going back to, I think I want to say 4th or 5th level. I think it was 5th level. Yeah, 5th level. So my earlier character was this Dragonborn bard named Drake, the Rabbit Slayer, and so we went to Iris, which is his home of my making, because Brady was like, "Hey, if you guys want a world build for me, I'd really fucking appreciate that." So I did, and I made Iris, which is basically the Dragonborn city in the mountains of I want to say Dragonrend, the Dragonrend Mountains, up north-ish, northwest-ish, I guess. Apparently, I don't know, something like that, north of Cragstorm. So we go back to visit. Drake gets promptly thrown in jail for associating with his family, who are apparently criminals at the point, but they aren't. They were just framed. So some shit goes on with that. They get their innocence proven. Um, we go do some shit with and try to bring peace or whatever between like the goblins and the kobolds, because the kobolds had, with the assistance of one of the dragons, kicked all of the goblins out, and the goblins want their home back. So now there's this weird tenuous four-way alliance between the kobolds, the goblins, the dragonborn, and the and Siege. But Siege doesn't matter because now his entire city's just crumbled to ash or something. But the dragon's there too, and basically they're all just like paying tribute to the dragon, and it's not a very good situation, but it's better than being dead. Uh, for Drake's just sort of like being, I don't know, one of the leaders in Iris right now. I don't know what he's doing. He's an NPC. Uh, and so now, oh, and Nietzsche was there too. Um, yeah, he's basically the reason that for Drake was able to get up to where the dragon was. Be like, hey, so some shit's happening. You wanna, I don't know, might be relevant to you. You wanna help out? And the dragon was like, hard maybe, fam. Now give me all your money. And so they did. You know, just yeah,
Fucking hard, maybe.
hard maybe, but give me all of your money. And then yep, okay, yeah, here's all of my money. Um, bye. And so they left. Uh, let's see. Oh, because the kobolds wanted to, or not the kobolds, the goblins wanted to use this magical amulet to like sort of mind control the dragon, which they did for a period of time, but it ended up not really working very well. Well, the goblins didn't do it, but this fucker named Shazir stole the amulet from the goblins, used it to mind control the dragon for a little bit. We stole the amulet from him and destroyed it. Um,
Gotcha.
so then So then Fragon was like, alright, guys, you guys seem pretty dope, so if you just give me some money every so often, like, I don't know, every week or so, I'll let you live. And so now they give him money or something.
We're basically freeing
Oswald was
him.
there too. Octa was there. Jeff was there. Adeline was there, kind of, I think. Unara was there, but she doesn't matter anymore. Um, I think that's it.
What an ungrateful sack of shit. Wasn't he just
Oh,
freed from
Octa. So basically, Fragan was like, "All right, you're gonna pay me some money at some point, right?" And Octa was like, "Nah, fam, I'm not gonna pay you money." And so he breathed fire on everyone. And then you're like, "Okay." And then Octa was like, "You know what? I'm still not gonna give you money." And so Jeff was like, "Shut up," I think. And so we all became a little bit poorer. It was very sad. And then Anaro got a lot of money, but again, she doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
because she's a huge nerd.
Yep. Yep. Things sure did happen. Hey. I would call the title of the thing not Mage Haven. My recommendation is Let the Games Begin.
Okay, Johan's got to hurry up because, like,
Right? Seriously, what the fuck's going on with him?
some of us have work in the morning. And it's like, I'm cool with doing this until as long as it takes, but, like, there he is.
Alright, we're about to get on your fucking ass about being 10
That-
minutes late.
That is lewd.
Okay. Let's just get started. Since we're all here, right?
Yes.
Are we doing a recap of last week? Oh, wait.
We're doing a recap of the week before last week. Unless you want to give the recap of the week of last week. I mean, I'm fine with that.
No, you gave an awesome read up. It was amazing. If they didn't
But-
read it, it's their
But yeah,
loss.
that's in there, so I think I gave everyone access to it. I'm not 100% sure I put one shot. Yeah, everyone has access to it, so if anyone wants to read it, they can. Anyway, my shit. There we go. Last time on this campaign, let's see. Y'all left Crystal Hollow after finding a bunch of magical enchanted pieces of paper that had some information about some party in some random place called Maidhaven that you guys have probably never heard of before, but may have heard it in passing by, I don't know, travelers. Eventually on your way to the south, which is where you had gathered information that maybe perhaps Maze Haven might be in that direction. You notice that there were riddles on your little flyers, and each one of them had like its own unique riddle. At this point, guys, basically went through a few of them, answered your riddles, and then you obtained a clue that said, "Hey, you should go to Dirtmouth." And so now you're on the way to Dirtmouth. So you pass a few people, and they seem to be on their way to going to Dirtmouth. Some of them had troubles with their riddles because they're not quite as intelligent as you, as concerning as that is.
Excuse me?
Oh, not you, Johan,
Oh, okay.
but the bear and the dragonborn. Nature.
He has a really good name.
Who
It
have
is quite fancy.
very low intelligence scores. Well,
Cool.
lower than average intelligence score.
Okay, I have an okay intelligence score, I think.
So,
All right,
you can-
test 1, 2. All right, we're back. Sorry, go ahead.
Nice. Are you on the computer now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you came across these couple of people, and you were like, I'm fucking bored," or someone. I don't know. I don't really remember who instigated the race, honestly, but someone instigated this race. So, You guys found a couple people on horseback. You switched Johan over to the other horse so that both Johan and Warcar could cast guidance on the horses individually. All right, Brady. And so you started racing. And as soon as you started racing, what do they do but look at each other and teleport 500 feet in front of you? And that is where we are currently. On the world map.
Wow, how'd they do that?
That is an excellent question, but we are currently losing, so let's go.
Why are we talking? Run!
Yes, that's okay, yes, go. Giddy
On
up.
Dasher, on Donner, Don Blitzen, let's go. Also
Okay.
kidding. I don't have a name for my horse yet. Chestnut.
All right, I'm gonna need the two people piloting the horses to make animal handling checks.
Don't look at me. I am small and just holding on for dear life.
I think that's fine. That is also fine.
Wow. All right. So over the next couple of minutes, with or without the aid of the guidance spells that Warcar and Johan are casting on the horses, you do manage to catch up to the fellows. They've been going on a slightly slower pace because we have teleportation and they don't. Fuck them. And you pass them and they notice this. They're like, holy shit, they're pretty good riders. And so what do they do? But they give each other a nod. Johan's like, while he's grasping onto the back of nature or whatever, I don't know what position he managed to be on.
Lewd.
But he gives a quick look behind, and as soon as you look behind, they blink out of existence, and you snap your head back forward, and lo and behold, there they are, about like 450 feet in front of you. And I'm gonna have you guys make another animal handling check. Brady does not sound like he's there, so I'll roll for him. Alright. So, Warcar, similarly to earlier, okay, so similarly to earlier, with the aid of guidance this time for nature, you guys do manage to catch up over the next few minutes. They're going at a slightly faster pace now that they realize that for whatever reason you guys are pretty good at handling your horses. And this continues over the course of the day, despite the fact that they can literally teleport in front of you. You guys manage to keep up a good pace. Warcar, go ahead and roll perception. All right, so so this race goes over the course of the next few days. Eventually, you catch up, and at some point, do you want to exchange words with the two people?
Just Warcar?
Well, any of you can because you're doing pretty well on your animal handling checks.
And we're like toe to toe with them currently?
Yeah, because you're able to keep your horses up at a pretty good pace. And you know about what their limit is on how fast they can go at any given time, due to your immense wisdom.
Well, fellas, it's not looking too good for you. I don't want to attack them or anything, but I'll keep riding.
And all in good fun, right? And they teleport again 500 feet in front. Both Warcar and Nitra see this, but the area that they teleport to, there are a couple of dwarves that you see. They have like a cart behind them and one horse. One of the flyers flies out of the satchel of one of the two people that are casting Dimension Door that you're racing. And one of the dwarf sort of like snatches it out of the air as you guys are riding past, and you catch a glimpse of it, but they're wearing pretty good plate mail. They appear to be twins. Look exactly the same. One of them seems a little bit more, we'll say, rambunctious than the other, just in a general sense. Seems to be covered with a lot more dirt, grass stains, Nisha would know of them as, and blood splatters. Otherwise, pay them no mind. You're pretty busy trying to keep hold of your pride and race on with these fuckers. So this goes on over the course of the next few days. And go ahead and roll animal handling again.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and give me a d4 on that guidance. Alright. So, Warkar, as you're riding ahead, you look to your side and you notice that Nitra and Johan are a little bit back behind you. Not too far, but from what you can tell, it looks like their horse is getting tired. Possibly, I don't know, just tired for some reason. Maybe Nitra accidentally started pushing too hard, or maybe Nitra has decided, let's give them a little bit of a rest. Regardless, you are the one currently ahead of them. Yes. This is my silly music, I guess.
That was
Well,
racing music.
it works as racing music. Go ahead and make one last animal handling check.
Critical fail. Here we go. Or not.
Jesus.
Alright, Alright, so over the last stretch, right before you're reaching Dirtmouth, I will say, for the sake of you guys are trying to get through it fast, and you're pretty good at doing your sleeping on the road stuff. They're not the wizards that you've been chasing or racing against. Aren't too fond of like literally going through the night. So like every night that you spend, every day you spend doing this, you get a good rest as per usual. So on the last stretch, the last 1,000 feet or so, they cast their dimension door, and Warkar, you and your horse are like, you see something in the distance. You're not really sure what, but you can only assume that in the distance you see Dirtmouth. So you like you give a good kick to your horse and you just book it. You almost literally fly past these two riding their horses, and they see you, and they react to you just speeding fast as fast as you can, and they give it one last dimension door, but you manage to get there just before they finish casting their spell. During this period of time, you are a master of horseback riding. For whatever reason. Because you have rolled a 20 or above on literally all of your animal handling checks.
His god smiles upon him this day.
I guess.
Give it time.
Nature, you come in at the back. You see a little bit that you're kind of far behind, and you don't really want to. You've been spending a little bit of extra time like trying to catch up right before a long rest.
It's okay,
So you don't
Chestnut.
wanna-
I understand that Johan's a little thick, but that's okay. We did good.
You did pretty okay.
Johan, you're looking great.
Roll it.
We're
What?
all about body positivity here.
I don't feel great. I've been rattled around quite a bit.
Oh,
That's okay.
dude, you're fine. You'll find you gotta love yourself. It's all about self-love.
In fact, if you were a little lighter, maybe you would have flown off and we'd win, but that's okay.
Yes, it is. So
What was that?
I don't remember saying anything.
I don't remember anything. At
Chestnut,
all.
did I
I'm
say
ignorant,
something?
yeah. And that's whatever, man.
Chestnut is
This
the
is-
name of my horse.
Oh yeah. Okay. We named. Okay. Oh yeah.
I
Did
can
it
speak
come
with
up its
animals,
own
yeah.
name, or yeah. Oh, what's my horse's name?
He never told me. Excuse me, Warcar's horse. What is your name?
Was Warcar's horse the female or the male? Yours is the female, right?
Yeah, mine's the female Chestnut.
Never gave me a name. Although if I had to choose, I want to be called Barkley.
Barkley. Okay. Please tell me that soon. Warcar will love that name.
Anyway, the two wizard lads, or the two dimension portaling lads, I haven't actually decided which one's a wizard and which one isn't a wizard. They ride up to you. All their horses don't look very tired at all. One of them is wearing like this red cloak. Yes, purple hair. They're both very pale, and the other one is sort of wearing a black cloak and has black hair and has a strange marking on his forehead. But the red cloaked one walks up. You're here for the party, right? That was some good racing you did.
Yes, it was quite the race. And yes, we are here for we are trying to get to Mage Hollow and our
Mage Haven.
Mage Haven, yeah, that's whatever. So yeah, we are trying to get to Mage Haven, and we were directed by this magical piece of paper to come here to Dirt Hollow. Or wait, sorry, Dirtmouth. Yes, this is the place.
And
Sorry.
You see around you as you take in your surroundings. There's a random ass 100-foot tall tower there for seemingly no reason. It doesn't look like it's part of anything.
In Dirtmouth?
No, well,
We're in
there-
Dirtmouth and there's a 100-foot tall tower?
yes.
Okay.
You're like in Dirtmouth. To I guess I would say the northeast of Dirtmouth a little bit. Sort of like not inside of the town, but just right outside of it.
Oh, okay. Noted.
There's just a 100-foot tall stone tower. There's also no, that wouldn't be there.
Johan,
Huh?
what do you make of that? And I point towards that tower.
It's a
All the
giant dick.
compensation.
Interesting.
We said essentially the same thing. But yes, that is curious to say the least. Excuse me, per NPC, what is that structure for exactly?
Well, I don't, I don't really know, but looks like some kind of summoning.
Summoning, you say?
Yes,
What has it summoned?
I believe that it is just. I believe that the spell is called Galder's Tower.
Water still?
Galders.
Golders?
Galders, yes. Galder's Tower. Basically, it just summons a 100-foot tall tower. Oh, I read
It
this
is a
wrong.
summoned.
It is
Okay.
a 2-story tower. It is significantly less fun than I wanted it to be.
The stories can each be 50 feet tall. It doesn't specify that.
It does specify that, actually.
Well, how tall does it say it is? Because the way I hear it, each story could be 50 foot tall.
Okay. So, do you know who summoned this tower? Un moment.
And exactly what are they compensating for?
It is a 100-foot tower because I said so. I
Wow.
am the DM here.
I didn't know spells worked like that.
Well, it's more like just temporary home.
Okay, fine. It's like a yurt, a magical yurt. I get it.
It is basically
Okay.
a magical yurt, yes.
Okay, I get
For
it.
all intents and purposes, it's just a magical yurt. Interestingly enough, you can customize the tower any way you see fit. If you want it to have some kind of room, some specific room, and then you can do that. But I digress. We each have our own little magical bubbles that we can live in for the time being, and we do still have a few more people to wait on, since we did get here quite a bit early.
I guess we did. Oh, jeez.
I wonder why that happened.
Yes. It's because we're winners. That's why it happened. Anyway.
Speaking of winners, your prize.
A prize? What? That was for fun, wasn't it?
No. You clearly talked about a prize.
Did we now?
I don't remember that. I mean,
Roll a deception check.
yeah, you do that. I'm not rolling a deception check.
I don't remember really promising a prize, but you're not even the ones that won. So,
No.
Yeah.
But the winner here is Warcar.
and the required prize, good sir.
Sorry?
And you will require a prize, good sir.
Not really.
The man has spoken!
Disappointing, Warcar.
The real prize was the friends we made along the way, my friend. Even you. So, yes. As long as we find the One Piece, it's all done. No.
I mean...
The what?
Nothing. Nobody cares about...
Absolutely nothing. I will be king of the clerics. No.
I'll be king of the clerics. So we have a couple of days before events can begin. Rode pretty fast. We will be in our own magical yurts, preparing.
Preparing?
Yes.
For what?
For the events to come.
Party, man. That's what we're here for.
So does that mean
They give like a look to each other, and
Oh.
you see the one in the red cloak smirk.
does that mean you're in charge of something at this party.
Yes. For this particular event, we are the ones in charge. We have been sent out to
Oh
make
wow!
sure that the invitations were appropriately distributed.
So does that mean we were appropriately distributed to?
It would seem so. Do you have invitations?
If we didn't lose them along the way.
I think we
I
have,
would
like,
suggest
5
you check your bags.
We
Yes, the black one, the black cloaked one finally speaks up. Yes, you would be remiss to not have invitations, of course.
I get my invitation out of the one that I solved, and not like the 15 that are stuffed into my back pocket or what the fuck.
I thought you gave some of those to what's their
Maybe?
faces.
I'm back.
I forget. Did we? Did I do that? Whatever. I have at least
you gave
one
her
left.
like 5, but you definitely have the one you solved.
Yeah.
I think you have 12, and each of Nietzsche and Johann have like 1 or something.
Correct. I only wanted 1.
Anyway. Well, that seems good. Then we will be preparing our own magical yurts. Feel free to mingle with the other party guests as they come in.
Sure.
How many people are around? Is it like just
Right now,
or-
being so early to the party, you see there are probably a number of people in the 100-foot tower that you see that might be in that tower. You're not really sure. You haven't really gone to investigate it. There are a few people that seem like they're actually just from Dirtmouth, just sort of walking around, eyeing the tower. And there are a few people that we'll say about 10 people that are inexplicably here camping out that you can see.
So not many people that immediately in our vicinity that look like they're here for the party specifically.
Not currently, no.
Okay.
How far off is this party anyway?
It is a few days' travel by horseback. Probably, it's inaccurate. It's more like, by horseback. Probably a week or so.
So we're still not even there yet.
No, you're not even there yet, but we're not worried about it. He gestures to himself and the other fellow there. But it is almost the more fun to the journey, as you said.
Agreed.
Great.
Anyways, they bid you adieu. Again, we will be going off. If you have any questions, we'll be at the local tavern in Dirtmouth.
Okay. That is quite amenable. Thank you for your assistance.
No problem. We do like to make sure our party guests are well taken care of. And they
Walker
give a
gives a
bow,
first-
and they
Yeah.
walk the fuck off.
You totally could have had a prize there, Warcar.
Do not care. It is fine. We have a horse. We have weapons. We have a party coming up that we're invited to. Go to get free food. I assume if they don't give out free food, then we'll have a problem. And that's what the hammer's also for. It solves 2 problems at once, so I can 2-hand it too.
I feel like your hammer solves more than just 2 problems.
It can solve many problems. Depends on the application, my friend. And we're walking and talking because he's walking toward the bar to see what the scene is
Yes.
like. It
Oh, you
can
guys are
solve
going to the
multiple-
bar? Okay.
Well, Warcar is.
Okay. That's fair.
No,
You know, I
I'm
mean, I expect
following.
that.
And it's like he wants to see what the scene is. Because remember, Warcar is the acolyte of parties, not the acolyte of drinking. He drinks. Me getting hammered that one time was an edge case.
That is never gonna be lived down.
Edge case. Moving on. Point is,
As we do approach
part-
the tavern, Warcar, do you think you
Yeah.
can handle the liquor this time?
yes.
'Cause
He
if you
doesn't
don't,
sound very confident.
I don't know where we'll take you to make sure you're safe as you recover from your hangover.
Would you like to
so-
give? Would you like me to give you some guidance on how to properly drink?
Okay, we're still walking. Okay, we're still walking and talking about
Yeah, it'll take you a few minutes, so go ahead and do your role play.
it. Okay, so yeah, it is fine. I'm always fine. It's always fine. Except for that one time. Took me by surprise. But anyway, yeah, we'll see how this place is. You know what? How about you go first? No, actually, never mind. I take that back. I'll always go first because, I'm not afraid of anything. But you also partake at the same time just to see how you do under the same alcoholic influence.
Oh, well, I only drink honey alcohol, and I don't really drink it.
Okay, if they have a good mead, we will compete on that level.
Okay. Now here's a question. What makes a good party?
That is a question. There are books on it, obviously. There are scriptures, but at a certain level, you must feel it inside to know what a good party is. It is good people. It is uproarious laughter. It is a warmth in your heart and in your stomach, and eventually out your backside.
Wait, what?
All things must pass, my friend. If you at the end of a party have a amenable passing, if you had a good shit, that was a good party.
What you're
Is it-
saying is, when we got to Crystal Hollow, it was a good party in the streets.
For you.
Oh, but you didn't have a good party.
Well, okay.
Are you constipated?
Okay, we're going
Some
to
good
unpack
berries
that
might
very
help
carefully.
with that.
We're going, much like that bag that you shit in, we need to unpack that very carefully. So, the way this usually works is the after effect of the party. In this case is very much a euphemism for what we are currently discussing. That can happen away from the party after the party, because the party is not just the celebration. It's not just the action. It's not just the uproarious, raucous interaction between people having fun. It is also how you feel afterwards. If afterwards, okay, hangovers can put a damper on it, but that is knowledge. That is experience talking to you to tell you in the future, this is how I will deal with my alcohol in the future. That is what a hangover is. It is you telling you to remember what you did last night, even if it doesn't always work that well. Point is that the afterglow of the after party is also part of the party. Does that make sense?
As
If
as Warcar is making his rant, you guys get to like the entrance of the tavern, and you're just standing there while he's unless like you would go in while you're ranting. Which
I'm the acolyte. No. I'm standing outside this bar and telling everyone who will live.
You're just standing there, rant or I guess either ranting or lecturing to Johan and Nietzsche about.
I am preaching. Thank you very much.
You're preaching.
Acolyte of party.
You're preaching to them about partying. And go ahead and just roll a general d20.
See how many acolytes
Yes.
come to his aid.
Not really acolytes, but like
Followers of
Wow!
Susanoo. One follower of Susanoo.
you see one guy. He like stops and
You know what?
he's,
I'm
like,
not even mad.
enraptured. He's like enraptured by the words you're speaking. He's like nodding along. He's like, yeah, yeah, and everyone else is just walking past like, ugh.
I'm not even mad. You want to know why? I rolled like 4 20s in a row, 5 20s in a row. This is what happens. This is how this works. I'm fine. Everything.
That one gentleman that's kind of like, yeah, this is good. Oh, he got it out of Reader's Digest.
That does not. No. If you would like to know more, join me inside. We will have a greater discussion about it.
Or just wait till the September edition.
I cannot take you anywhere. Come on, man. We're having
You're
a
an
good time.
author?
Yeah, with that. Okay, Warcar just leads everyone inside. You just make the hand motion to come inside. Whoever comes inside after him is going to come inside or not.
You go
Nature will
inside.
follow.
I follow as well.
You see a number of tavern goers just sitting there talking about the day. It's about what one would call 3 p.m. When you get there.
Okay.
Talking about the day, the two competitors that you met before are at the bar talking with each other, and one of the tavern wenches about the upcoming festivities. They're like asking, like trying to make sure that they'll have enough booze for everyone. That just basically like you may be getting a lot more let's say tenants over the course of the next few days, so you may want to be prepared, stuff like that.
And that's
They
the
also
bar
have
wenches.
drinks.
The
Yeah,
bar
they're
wenches talking about that.
no, the two magic key people are talking to the bar wenches. The guys you were talking to earlier are talking to the bar wenches, trying to get them on the same page.
Okay, trying to make sure they have their stocks up.
Mhm.
I would like to interject in their combo. Yes, in fact, Warcar is such a good drinker that he could drink everybody at the same time under the table. I've seen him do it. And I want to make sure I'm saying this as loud as I can to get as many people to try and notice that I'm talking about Warcar being really
In
good.
character, I'm not okay. In character, Warcar is not phased by this. Out of character, this is some shit. But let's do.
Wow, Mr. Bear. I'm kind of like playing along here. You're telling me that he could drink more than everyone else in this building combined?
Yes,
Yes,
in fact,
wow.
he could probably
You
drink
bet your
every
absolute
yes,
ass I could.
every
Warcar
cask of
shouts
ale could be drunk by him, and he would still be more sober than everyone drinking water. He's that
I
good.
don't know.
As
I am
you
an
guys,
acolyte. I don't have
as
enough
you
money for
guys
that.
Okay, yeah, I
have-
take this. Keep going.
I don't have enough money to do all of that. I couldn't pressure the bar to ask of everything, but surely a certain round of drinks for any willing comers. ...
One you look around the tavern for any would-be challengers, and you see this one guy. He's fucking huge, right? I hope I don't have this name.
How huge is fucking huge? Because like I'm like 3 feet tall, so
I'm
Well,
seven.
everything's fucking
like
huge.
not like super tall or anything, but he's like 6'3" or something. Yeah, 6'3". But he's bulky, right? So anyway, this man
Okay.
wearing some huge fucking
shit.
prayer beads. He's bald as shit.
Akuma, before he got hair.
And he has just walked into the
Fucking
tavern door. And
Dario's dad.
he's like staring directly at Warcar. with that exact intense look in his eyes.
Hello, friend.
I'm going to sit as close to Warcar as I can and start ritually casting water breathing.
What? I need to read this.
That's hilarious. Okay, yeah.
I'll make sure the effects go to Johan and myself as well, just in case, but mainly I want a ritual cast and make it to where Warcar could literally breathe all of the alcohol.
Okay.
The fastest way to get drunk. Breathe it.
Oh God. This is going to be amazing. Okay. I mean, Warcard trusts nature, so like, sure, yeah, he'd be willing.
So he walks up, and he's still got that intense look in his eye. He walks up not very slowly, but slowly and deliberately, directly up to Warcar, paying very, very little attention to the bear and the what are you again?
Right now, I'm
Gnome, wasn't
gnome.
it?
Yeah, I'm a gnome.
And the gnome sitting near him. So you can drink everybody under the table.
That is
As if
exactly what
we
they
were-
said.
As if you were drinking water.
Something like that, yes.
You see a grin crack at the corner of his lips. Let us put that to the test then.
Sure, that is exactly what I said. Let's do this. So I'm guessing
Rihanna! Elita! All of your booze. So right away.
I hope you're fucking paying for that because my ass should.
That's
It is
great.
all right, friend Dragonborn. I have plenty of money.
Okay, if that's the case, sure.
Or that's I can get plenty of money.
I want to make it clear that when Warkar says like shit about I don't have the money to do this, he's not trying to welch out of this challenge. He's up for the challenge. He's just like, I am not drowning. I'm not dumping cash on this. He's very stingy.
Oh, good friend will pay for this, and he hits his chest with his fist,
Okay.
gesturing toward himself. Now, are there any rules that you want to go by?
Rules.
For
Well,
example, it is often customary that both competitors drink from the same mug to ensure no funny business, or that any funny business is even.
same mug. That's kind of unsanitary. Isn't it standard to just like have a cup and then pour it? Like once you're done with it, you just turn it upside down to prove that you drank the entire thing. Or am I not? Or oh yeah, I forgot. This is a universe that has magic. Okay, give me a second here. I mean, yeah, sure. Kind of gross. Do you mind if I wipe it down after we switch? 'Cause I got
Sure.
to about germ.
That is
Okay.
fine.
Warcard, don't you have a special mug for such an occasion?
Hey, I do actually. And Warcar brings
A
out his
special
mug.
mug, huh? Interesting.
Oh well, this is okay. So I need to talk about this really quick.
Character.
This, yeah, it's in character. Okay, my new friend. This is literally, and my friend behind me will challenge me on this, but he is provably wrong. But this is the best mug, is the best beer stein in the universe. So on the one hand, I am greatly excited to use it in any sort of party-based challenge. But on the other hand, I am not certain I should relinquish it so freely. But on the other hand, that would be a tendency of.
He looks at the mug as do you have it out?
Yeah, I brought it out at this point.
Okay, he looks at the mug and he inspects it, just like looking really closely at it, not like touching it or anything, just face
Sure.
all up near it. And he looks at the bottom of it, looking at every detail of it. It is a nice mug you have there.
Yes, it is.
And you see a little twinkle in his eye as he says that.
Okay, see. Okay.
Do not worry. I will not take your precious mug from you. But
Okay, so that reminds me. Excuse me, Nietzsche, you will be my designated bear?
Yes, I'll make sure no one takes anything from you. I will also make sure that you find a nice place to sleep after drinking this
Fantastic.
gentleman under the table. Maybe to his
Yes.
grave. I don't know. He's really good.
We'll see. So, yes, let's see here. Also, my other friend, uh, just keep an
Johan.
eye out. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's start this thing. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this?
One drink at a time, friend.
Okay, no, I mean like like I'm out of character.
Oh, okay. We're gonna roll a bunch of Constitution checks
Oh God.
at disadvantage.
What?
Well, actually,
Disadvantage.
let's see. You're
Like-
water breathing. Let me think about this. So you breathe it in. I don't know if that would be better or worse for you.
It depends. So like,
I don't think he's trying to breathe the alcohol. It's kind of like an anti-choking mechanism.
Exactly.
Oh.
I think I would use it that way. I'm not going to breathe the alcohol. It's mostly a way
Okay.
to.
That way he can
I
pretty
don't-
much just open up his mouth and it doesn't matter whether he breathes it or drinks it. It goes down.
Yeah,
And he
because
doesn't
like,
and then show weakness.
honestly, if are we going by like pseudo real world rules? Because I would think that alcohol directly into my lungs, if it didn't make me choke, would put all that alcohol very close to my bloodstream, which would get me drunker faster. It's actually better
Oh, yeah.
for it to go.
Yeah, that's what
Oh, yeah.
that's what I was thinking. But are you going to like actually trying to be breathing this? Or
Hell no. I'm just gonna drink it normal.
Okay. So
Here we
we
go.
will be doing a regular Constitution saving throws. For
I don't understand at disadvantage though.
we'll get to that.
Oh no.
For a little bit, we'll be doing regular ones. Anyway,
Fucking fine.
are you two ready?
Okay, but like, I want to preface this to all you guys and everyone in TV land. If we go by disadvantage, I will lose immediately. You all know this.
I'm
But
waiting
anyway,
for
let's
the
do
one
it.
cup to knock him out.
We're doing this. Let's go.
We'll be doing normal rolls for the first few.
Okay, fine. Let's go. You want me to roll?
I have apparently lost my sheet. There we go. There it is. Hold on. I found it. I remember. I was looking. There's the top part of the screen is white, and the when you have the sheet minimized, it blends in. Yes,
Truth.
please roll.
What the fuck did I tell you?
It's not even at disadvantage. Come
Doesn't
on.
matter. If
I called it.
I called it. I don't. You don't have to be psychic for this shit. Like, I knew this would happen.
Do you
How do
want
you
to
roll
do,
two not ones in a row?
do you want to do the first drink or the second drink?
What do you mean?
Would you like to give the honors of going first to your opponents?
Sure, I'll do that. Go first, my friend.
Why think? Nope, fucking, I have lost it.
Lose.
Why thank you.
You're very welcome.
Something, I don't remember. I've completely lost it. This bulky ass guy takes he takes as is agreed upon. I feel like he takes the mug and he makes sure to be very deliberate about the fact that he's drinking like in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And he drinks it all, he downs it, and he's like, and like a really big grin grows upon his face. Oh yes, this is good, this is good, and he gently lays it onto the table with a great care, and allows Liana to fill up the mug again for you to take your turn. As she does so, you've dealt with this mug before. You've had drinks out of it. So you watch as she pours it in. You notice a little tinkle of magic that happens as she's pouring it in, right? And you pick it up and you drink it. You are able to finish it. You don't choke or anything like that. Your friend has made absolutely sure that it's literally impossible for you to choke. You drink it. You feel a little bit, quite a bit tipsy right now.
Okay.
It seems to be hitting you already. Go ahead and make another Constitution check for the next drink, or a save rather.
Just no, I swear, please, just no. I mean, that's better. Halfway there.
Your opponent takes the mug once it is done filling up, and he just downs it like it's nothing.
I'm going to speak into Warkar's mind directly.
And he sets it
And
down
then
on the
say-
bar very gently.
I'm going to say into Warkar's mind,
Maybe you should ask your god for assistance in this party challenge.
Maybe you should ask your god to make sure I don't kill you after this.
Leona fills up. It has finished filling up the mug, and she like pushes it towards you. Here you go. And you take your drink. You're able to hold it. You're able to hold it together pretty well. It doesn't make you that much more tipsy at this point, and roll all right on your save.
Okay.
And put it down. Go ahead and roll another Constitution saving throw.
So sad. So sad.
This burly gentleman, he takes the mug, and he's starting to get a little bit affected by the god and divinity infused alcohol coming out of this mug. And contrary to like his first introduction, where we walked in all intimidating like and such, he seems to be having a great time. He's greatly enjoying this. He's like, this is great.
Yes,
And he's
actually,
like claps you on the back, and it's very uncomfortable.
Warkar's trying to loosen up, though. Actually, Warkar, at this point, the only thing that he was pissed off about was, like, Johan peering into his mind, and at the same time disparaging his lord. Other than that, he doesn't really care about winning or losing. He's having a good time. In character. Me, I'm a little pissed off, but that's me.
Liana fills up the mug again, and you go ahead and drink it. You're not feeling great as far as like your physicality goes, but of course you're having a great time. Go ahead and see, 1, 2, 3. Let me make another Constitution saving throw.
A little better.
He takes the next mug and he downs it like it's no problem. It's like he's had years of experience just doing literally this.
Okay.
Now, we're gonna start, and you take the next mug and you down it as well, and you're like, oh man, this is not great. You don't know if you're gonna win this. You're starting to feel a little bit, as far as the competition goes, you feel a little bit unconfident and not very confident in yourself. But
Yeah.
damn it, you're gonna go anyway.
Exactly. That's
This
the
next
Warcar
one.
way.
This next one, you will both be rolling at disadvantage.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right. He takes his drink. He drinks it. Still doing pretty well, he seems. As far as you can tell. You take your drink. You're starting to tip back and forth, and you feel someone like steady you a little bit. This can be either Anisha or Johan. It's not. I would assume that if you see your friend like literally almost falling off his stool, then you would like.
Yeah, Nietzsche,
Just edge him.
being his teammate Bear, will make sure that he stays on the stool. You got this, friend.
Well, one sec. One sec. I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear me now?
Good.
Are you good, Tep? Oh. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Technical.
Yeah, I'm back.
Technically, yes.
What?
Sorry. I just made like a really terrible pun while you were gone.
Someone called me. It's whatever. Go.
Okay. Anisha studies you as you're like swaying back and forth, and this fellow, he looks at you. Oh, do you need a break, friend?
No.
That is what I like to hear. And,
That is what I like to say.
and he motions friendly on it for another drink. One last one.
Okay.
All right. So he takes this, he drinks it. He's also like starting to sway, the alcohol getting to him, but he drinks it. And he's able to. He's like really, it's really getting to him now, and he's starting to sway too. And he like braces himself on the bar. He takes up a good portion. He's very burly like that.
Okay.
Braces himself, and he's like he takes a few breaths. Ooh. And you take your drink, and you're able to finish it. But unfortunately, due to your absolutely fucking shitty rolls earlier in the game. Okay, if you refuse, roll a d20, and we'll see about that.
Wow.
You refuse, and you try your best to willpower yourself into consciousness. You fall back into Anita's loving embrace, and he just helps and makes sure that you don't literally hit your head on the floor.
You got this, friend. Keep breathing.
Thank
And
you.
he's knocked the fuck out.
What? Who
Nope.
is?
You.
What?
Hello?
No, but I did the 17.
I would have given it to you on a nat 20.
God damn it. Okay, fine.
I want you to understand that this guy rolled 2 nat 20s over the course of this and never rolled below a 15.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That seems right.
Now, friend,
I
don't
understand.
worry, as I look towards his opponent. All he's doing is biding his energy. He's going to be back full force in about 5 minutes.
Good. Yes.
And I would, for the sake of your own health, I would probably concede defeat, because otherwise you may die of alcohol poisoning.
Actually, no. Watercar says I lose. It's fine. Let's go home.
I don't even hear a voice from unconscious
It's
people.
fine. I am honorable in all competitions relating to partying. Otherwise, I could not be the acolyte of fucking partying. The snow would
Johan,
disown
do you
me.
hear the wind too?
I would not be able to fucking see his beautiful dreadlocked face again. It'd be
Walker,
fucking...
you're like, you think you're speaking, and you have like this very vivid dream of you speaking, and like nature and Johan just sort of like see your lips sort of vaguely moving.
I sense a very angry mentality nearby.
That's weird, because I don't see any angry people, only drunk idiots.
I'm not angry and
I still hear the wind, it's quite disturbing.
Anyway, this guy, he like pushes himself back off the bar, and you see that where he had like dark pits before, his eyes are just closed, and he just falls back over
I make
onto
sure,
the floor and makes a nice little dent. Little.
I make sure
It's a very
to.
loose term.
I get the cup and I put it in Warkar's hands as he's unconscious.
Orkar in his stupor thinks, I lost, but I tried my best.
Anyway,
Okay, so this is another loss for Warkar. I don't like that this happened. Also, sorry to Nietzsche for having to drag my gigantic 300-pound with armor ass around town for the rest of the night, or at least around to wherever I get unceremoniously dropped onto the floor.
one of the bar wenches gets your attention, Nietzsche. He already has a room paid. He slid us a few coins before the contest started. It seemed like he knew that this was going to happen.
Oh, so he saw the future, that Warkar would just so happen to be defeated first time in his life.
Yes,
Because this has never happened, in all honesty. I've seen this man drink a whale to death.
This is why.
Can you imagine a 40-ton beast drinking?
Right. What is a whale again?
It looks like this, and I will transform into a small whale with my wild shape. Because I can transform into creatures that are swim capable.
You have swim speed creatures now?
Yeah, I just don't have fly speed yet.
Oh my god.
Okay,
You transform into a small whale,
And then I flop.
Liana.
Actually, oh yeah, I have water breathing, but I don't have air breathing as a whale.
Liana
whales
like,
breathe
sort
air.
of
Whales breathe air.
starts panicking. She has never seen this sort of creature. Elita, what is this? What is this? And they're like, they have no fucking clue. You look at them and just like, you're like flopping around. Your vision's kind of clouded because you're in air.
After a few moments of letting them panic, I'll drop the wild shape and be like, well, that was mighty unpleasant, but hopefully you understand now.
Those things in the water?
Yes, they live in the ocean.
What is an ocean?
Oh wow.
You just keep saying things that these two tavern wenches from
Dirtmouth, yeah.
from Dirtmouth
really-
have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'll open up my map. You do see all this blue stuff?
Yes, but that is very, very far away from us.
Well, yes, I'm not saying you should go there. The ocean's quite, well, let's just say there's some unsavory people that live there. Regardless,
Did
though,
they
there
collect?
are lots of creatures that live underneath the sea, and the whale is one of them, and he's probably as big as this whole town put together. And
Her eyes
Walker,
go wide with like fear and imagination. She's like,
never go to the ocean. You will
I
regret
don't
it.
think, I don't think this poor tavern wench is ever going to set foot near any large body of water ever again.
But if you do
War
go,
car.
beware the stingray.
Oh, dude, come on, too soon. Well, it's not too soon, but yeah. But yes, I get that. Very good.
I also understand that reference.
Did you understand that Steve Irwin lived as he died, with animals in his heart?
Wow.
This is- ooh, that's a groaner right there. Ooh.
Love you, Steve.
Oh,
Anyway,
God. That's good,
he
though.
has a room, actually one of the better rooms in this tavern. For him if you would like to take him up there. Your
Yes,
friend here.
we will, and I very much appreciate this. If you could tell him thank you for me, unless we see him first, in which I will do it myself.
It's no trouble. Rizal here really likes. He's a big fan of partying.
Oh, does he? I look around real quick to make sure he's not around. Does he worship Susanoo?
I don't. Rizal is passed out too. Like both Warkar and Riser are passed out. Riser's just sort of like laying flat on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There. As far as you can tell, there's like an indentation where he ended up falling.
Let me tell you about Susanoo from what I know. He rules the seas and makes a party out of waves. If he's very angry, it will crush you. Otherwise, it will embrace you. He parties with whales, too.
She starts ushering you off to the room. No, you can go. You can go. We need none.
Beware
Gotta go.
Susanoo! And then I'll drag Warkar up as I say, beware
This poor
Susanoo.
uneducated woman.
That was a faithful representation of Susanoo. Thank you very much.
I got
Congratulations.
you. Dude.
Is there anything else that you would like to do while Warkar is recovering?
Johan,
Yes.
are you normally a gnome?
I can't even remember at this point.
Hold on. You don't remember what you look like?
It's been a long time since I've been near a mirror.
Well, what about dwarves? Are you the dwarf often?
I can be a dwarf, yes.
Which one is your favorite?
It depends on the location, what's around me, what's
you-
easiest to blend in with.
Interesting. But you have no idea what you actually look like.
I mean, I have memories,
Do you
but I spend most time just different.
Interesting. Here's one final question. Is it magic that allows you to do all of this?
It is both magic and I pull out my disguise kit. I have this too. I pull out a fake mustache and put it on. I look very dapper.
Oh wow, who are you? I was just speaking to Johan and you took his place instantly.
Yes,
That's weird.
Johan has teleportation magic. I am his twin brother.
I didn't know Johan had a twin. So
I
then,
take off
can
the
you turn?
mustache and put it back.
Oh my God, Johan, you're back. Did you know your twin brother's here?
Oh, damn it. I haven't heard from him in forever.
So, do you and your twin brother always turn into other creatures that you like to see?
Yes, we do.
Very nice. Would you mind if we took a moment to just reflect on what just happened, maybe 10 minutes or so?
Reflect with
With what happened to Walker?
I mean, sure. I'm sure he'll be fine.
We will find out. I would like to cast ritually detect magic,
Okay.
and then once it's done, I would like to see if there's a magical aura around Johann.
Let me check something real quick. What is the current way you're doing? You're using the spell right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, over the next 10 minutes, you cast Detect Magic and you see a aura of what was it? So using green? No, not green. Green is the other one. Kind of like this turquoise-ish color of energy, and a layer underneath it, there's also something darker, but you can't recognize it. You don't recognize it. The turquoise you may or may not recognize as being uh, the tellings of illusion magic.
Hmm. Oh, I think I know exactly what happened. Johann, come look. Is there a mirror in the room?
Yeah.
I want to take Johann over to the mirror and point at it. Look, that's you, right?
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Yes.
Now
Sure.
watch this. I cast Dispel Magic on him.
Well, okay. You cast this. Okay. Did not think this was going to happen anytime soon. Let me look at my notes. I'm just kidding. I don't actually have notes. You cast the spell magic on him, and the sky itself starts to fade away. Johann, you're very.
I think you
You're
cut out.
very.
There you
No,
go.
I was. You're very in tune with like the details of the sky itself. And you know, and it's been a long time since you've actually seen yourself. What appears in the mirror for a moment, as the sky itself fades away, is not you. You see a dark shape in the middle of the face. You see just a singular, vertically opening and closing eye.
Oh,
I freak out and cast Disguise Self again.
oh wow.
What
And
the hell was that? What'd you do to me?
I think I said the wrong word. I was trying to cast Goodberry. I accidentally dispelled your disguise. I apologize. But is that really who you are?
I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I
Does it
am me.
does it scare you?
Little bit. That I've
second.
never seen that before.
Really?
Just to clarify, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the
No, you're
argument,
good.
but, like, what did it fucking look like?
You don't know. You're unconscious.
It was
For
a
for
Yeah,
black.
player knowledge, since you know he's like listening, and it's just a vertically opening
Fine.
and closing eye. So you can like I'll tell you just because this is fun. Um, a vertically opening and closing eye in just the middle of his face. He doesn't have any other facial features. It's just like one large eye. His face is very let's see, point. He has like a really pointed chin, and the face is fairly round looking, almost like it's there specifically to hold the eye in place.
Hmm. Well, Johann, I thought you looked quite ravishing.
Hmm. I don't know what I think about that look.
Well, have you... Okay, here's a question. You said you lived in Crystal Hollow all your life. Do you have any
Yes.
family besides your twin brother, who I assume looks just like you, but there's a mustache by the iris?
As far as I know, no, I do not.
Interesting. So then, how did you come to be to Crystal Hollow then, if you don't remember your family?
It's at about this point that Warcar wakes up and he still feels very drunk, but he's conscious.
Walker, you should go back to sleep. We're having adult talk.
Okay,
Wait,
what? In what way am I not an adult? Don't
Um.
fucking answer that, because I know you're wrong.
Warcar, you wake up and you have the mug in your hand. You're like, oh, it's empty.
Goddamn right, it's empty. Anyway, Warcar looks around. He sees the other guy pass out on the floor.
Is the other guy up here?
No. You're in like a room by yourself,
Okay.
the three of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good performance,
And,
Warcar. I've never seen such a crushing defeat.
Word. Okay, so
Oh, wow.
wait 1 second.
Sick burn. Here.
No, of the other guy. Warcar was the winner.
That's true.
Or-
We should go give
I
him
know
water.
I did not win.
Can I cast
need
Lesser
water.
Restoration to make him feel a little less drunk?
I'd allow it.
Here, Walker. Feel better.
I can count it as a poison.
What?
I can count it as a poison. I guess.
I guess.
It
I
kind of
mean,
functions vaguely the same way.
I mean, technically,
Like,
alcohol
alcohol
is a
poisoning.
toxin.
Yep. We're in there. You cast
Doing-
lesser restoration. On.
I would have done this sooner on you, friend, but I felt like if I had, you would have been, well, a loser in your own heart, and I cannot allow that.
yes.
Regardless, you were very amazing. And the
did my
bar
best.
maidens are very scared of you, too.
Why are they scared of me? Why would they be scared of me?
Because I told them that you drunk a whale to death. They had no idea what a whale was, so I showed them and they freaked out.
You showed
Yes.
you showed them what. Is everyone okay? Like, what happened to the room downstairs?
I made sure I was a mini whale.
A mini whale, like
There was only
Yes.
1 or 2 crush tables. It's fine.
a mini whale.
Yes. I thought about consuming some alcohol and blowing it out of my blowhole on everyone, but we can do that another time.
Yeah.
Regardless, they are afraid of you. They'll probably never drink with you either. So hopefully you
Okay.
weren't looking to make friends.
Okay, it's a weird way to put it, but yeah, sure.
Regardless, do you want to
Um,
see something cool?
Yes.
Watch it, Johan, as I cast the spell magic again.
Oh my god.
You cast
okay.
the spell magic again, and the same thing happens.
Look!
And you see your disguise fade away in the mirror, and you see the singular large eye just center of what you would assume was supposed to be your face.
So I'm assuming that is what's actually in front of me, and I am not as drunk as I thought I was.
No.
So
Wait.
that is
You feel a lot better after him casting lesser restoration.
Okay, that's interesting. God, there's no mustache under the eye, but okay. And it's okay.
Doesn't he look
That's
quite
okay.
handsome?
Hey, how's it going?
Sure.
So,
Okay,
are
Johan.
you... What
Quick question.
kind of
Quick.
humanoid are you?
Yes, that question.
I don't think I've ever seen someone of you
That
before.
question.
Frankly, no idea.
Really?
That's fair.
Can't say I've ever seen something like this either.
Have you read about it or anything like that?
Only in a book I don't recommend you read. And I'm going to
Okay.
cast Disguise Self back on me.
I'll assume that from now on you would prefer I not do that.
I would appreciate it, especially not in a
me
public
too.
setting, unless you want to terrify everyone.
Oh, well,
I mean,
I would think that maybe it'd be more trusting of everybody, but I understand and I respect your privacy from this point forward, but not earlier.
I mean,
actually,
From this point.
from this point forward, but not earlier than that. Now I will respect your privacy.
I had
I
to
mean that
know.
form is also naked.
Did you
You don't want
know?
me to be.
Oh, wow, you were full nude.
Oh
Okay.
yes,
Interesting, because I only saw black.
I was
There we
free
go.
balling.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
This is a lot of information.
would you be interested in finding others that are like you to sort of figure
Uh,
out more about your culture?
From what I remember, no, I really don't. I really don't want to find those
But
people.
Cool.
what if we find your family?
Uh, I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but I don't think they'd know who I am.
I'm sure we could help them, especially if I dispel the magic.
Or that I know who they are either.
Oh, now here's one final question, and then after that I'll leave you alone about it. Do you think that all of you of your race are able to cast disguise self, and then you're in fact all over the place? We just have no idea.
I mean, it's a possibility, but let's just say I wasn't always like this.
Wow.
It's not exactly easy to look like this. And
So
it
it
wasn't
wasn't
by
even your
choice.
choice. Whoa.
No,
You've just
no,
become
not
very
really.
We do
fascinating to
not live in
me.
a yes, we do not live in a post-racial society. I get it. So anyway, point is, if you want to stay that way, that's cool. That's fine. We'll have a discussion about that some other time when I'm not recovering from being embarrassingly drunk.
Yes.
Yes.
How's your head work, Art?
It's great. My head is great. Because
That's
I did
two
not.
drinking contests I've seen you just absolutely dominate.
The
now.
first one was not a contest. It was a sneak attack. I will maintain that. Today I actually lost. That day I will never say I was taken on. I will say I was taken unawares at the most. But we'll focus on you for right now.
Nietzsche,
Yes.
did he say he lost? Because I clearly remember him winning.
I thought I remember him winning too, but I guess if he
Did I
thinks he
win?
lost,
Wait.
then he lost.
Wait,
I was
did I
about to
actually
go
win?
and
I
tell
forget.
everybody in the streets that he had won yet again and he was unbeatable. Is there a window?
Please. Please
Outside
don't.
in your
In the
particular room.
Yes.
Yes.
I open
Please
it.
do not.
Excuse
not
me,
lie to
walk
the
cars ready for
group.
another drinking challenger.
It opens. It opens to the outside. It doesn't open to the tavern.
Oh. Well, no, I wanted, to open outside of the tavern and
He's
shout.
yelling
okay.
this
not-
to
He
the
yeah.
can roll
street.
for attention
Okay,
too.
I understand now.
What spells do I have left?
You use thaumaturgy.
He, unfortunately, as a druid, he does not have thaumaturgy.
I would like to cast Fairy Fire in front of me in the air to just make like a glitter bomb pretty much to where everyone's kind of like, oh shit, what is that? If that's possible. If not, I
you
won't
see
cast it.
Link, fairy fire.
I mean, I'll go along with it and use prestidigitation outside to make little fireworks.
Yeah, that doesn't really make air sparkles.
Then I will cast it onto the roof of the house to make the 20-foot cube around my window glow.
All right, it is glowing.
Look,
Whatever
everybody,
color.
look at the colors. And I will try to get everyone's attention that's probably walking about.
Roll a charisma check. I guess
Hmm,
persuasion.
persuasion.
Get a nat one.
Wow, we're so close to having a nat one. If only you. You get the attention of a couple of the passing by people, and they're like looking at you. It's like, Are you a bear?
I am, but guess what? Warcaw's in town and he's ready to drink you under the table. Tell your friends, family, and loved ones. Everyone's invited, but if
Another
you
one of the guys
lose,
was like, "Yeah, you're a bear, aren't you?
I am, and Warcaw,
Who is this Walcott fella?"
he's a dragonborn, but not really. You have to beat him in a contest to find out who he is. And then I close the door. Or close the window.
As you close the window, you like look, you like peer out the window, and a couple of the men are like talking about. It's like,
Look, Warcaw, customers.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get you fucked up
Customers.
today.
Does Warcar sell ass beatings in drinking contests?
I believe he does now.
Am I?
And from this moment on, I'll be your agent.
Why?
What's an agent?
I have no idea, but I want to be
When-
it.
When
take take 1d4 psychic damage.
Me?
No, I'm
One-
joking.
on the day that I made this character, I never once thought that when I made an acolyte and adherent of the god of partying, that I would be the level-headed one.
Anyway, it is now
Me
about
too.
3:45. War cart, amazingly not plastered right now. You may go about your day, do whatever it is you want to do in the hovel of Dirtmouth.
Oh, is it called Dirtmouth?
I'm
Either
gonna
is
say
fine.
Dirtmouth because it's easier to say than Dirtmouth.
Hmm.
Either
Well,
is fine.
Warcaw, shall we go find out what else is in this town besides a big tower?
Sure.
Johan, do you know
Yes?
about big towers at all? Like, how is it possible?
Well, you see, when a wizard has a lot in his pants, sometimes he has to conceal it.
Interesting. Do you have something capable of that?
Me personally, no. I'm very small.
Oh, that's why you like the gnome.
A bad conversation. Continue.
Is something wrong, Warcar?
I think he's
At the
uncomfortable.
moment. A little bit. And like I shift my weight and I pull my mug out from under my ass. I feel better now.
Well, fair enough.
Warcaw.
That's my name.
Yes, it is. Shall we go?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Nietzsche will follow them out to, I guess, the tavern floor. I would like to know if that one gentleman that he drunk with is still asleep down there, or if they moved him.
I would like to know.
As you get down to the tavern floor, you see please work. Thank you. This lady, similar sort of like intense look in her eyes. She's got this. I have to look up the creature real quick. Probably not that. Nope. Some. Is it this one? No. I have no idea. Some small elemental creature. It looks like very earthen. Sort of dragging your competitor outside.
I run up to him and cast Lesser Restoration.
He wakes the fuck up.
Here, friend.
Like bolts back. I was like, ah, what happened?
You lost.
It was a tie at best.
Or you lost at worst.
What time is it?
It is 3 something, maybe.
You've been asleep for days.
Yes,
deception
we
check.
just...
Not that sheet. Don't click that. $24. Wow. He believes you. He's like, oh, how long have I been sleeping here? Tishola. Yes. When did I leave the tower? An hour ago at best. But
That is sounds more accurate, yes.
this creature just says I've been here for how long was it? 3 days. Days, many days.
He is a small trickster of sorts. He is a good fellow, but he likes to make fun. As does my talking bear.
Anyway, he gets up and he like inspects the floor under him. He's like, "Oh, there's a dent." And he just hands a couple of gold coins over to uh, Elia. And he's like, "Oh, this is for my apologies. I am sorry for." He gestures towards the floor. There's no trouble. You have brought a lot of business here on your own through sheer alcoholism. Thank you for that. You're not nearly as rowdy as some of the other people that we've had here.
Yes.
Thank you. And Alita goes back to working on cleaning various things that are not looking in the direction of you crazy people.
And you said they're walking towards the tower, away from us?
She said that. Well, the guy is like, "How long have I been away from the tower?" And she's been like an hour. So they're. You could assume that they are in fact going back to the tower that he just mentioned.
So, friend, what is that tower exactly? Can you explain it to me?
It is just a conjuration that I have that just creates a little home for
Wait,
us.
you did that?
Yes.
You?
Yes.
You cast spells?
Yes.
Interesting. Now, here's another question.
Alright.
What does it take to do something like that? Because I think that my friend Johann really wants his own tower.
Do you now?
Oh yes, it'd be quite nice to not have to pay fares at inns. Yes, that's why.
Well, it takes a little bit of lumber or stone or some kind of building material and a little bit of know-how, and you can make your own tower for the measly price of. How do you do your magic anyway? I just sort of. Well, I had to study a little bit. I'm not sure. There are different types of magic users about, and
I mean, it depends on the spell. With a little know-how, a little teaching. For spells that take time to cast, I can find a way.
well, if we happen to be seeing each other a lot over the next couple of weeks, I can work on teaching you, perhaps.
I would greatly appreciate that.
There's no problem. Knowledge should be spread,
I agree.
especially for this nice, very utility spell.
Indeed. Shelter wherever you are. Beckoned whenever you need it.
Anyway, we will be off. Is there anything else you need? Raizo, say sorry. What? He looks at her. He's like, oh, why? Say sorry. He has this like really defeated look on his face. I am sorry for drinking all of your alcohol all the time, making you have to go constantly get more alcohol. The traitors. I am sorry for constantly falling over backwards. Well, I guess it was just this one time, but I am
Walker,
sorry for making a dent in your floor.
Warkar walks up to this gentleman, claps him earnestly on the shoulder, and doesn't even say anything. He nods meaningfully.
I think
He
Walker
sheds,
feels
like, a
just as
single-
bad.
She sheds like a single tear at your at your understanding, I guess. At your gesture.
Warcaw is also sorry for
And
drinking
he
all
gives
the
you
alcohol.
the biggest bear hug you have ever seen or felt.
Okay.
That's
second.
impressive considering his good friend is a bear.
It's the
Mm.
It's a
second.
very large fellow.
Very much so, yes.
I gingerly pat him on the back because this is a
If it
bit
weren't for your
more-
armor, you would feel like you're being crushed.
It sounds like
Yeah.
you have competition, Nietzsche.
Okay, this is not that good.
Well,
Wait, am I
luckily, I'm
correct?
not very competitive, so he can win
Yeah.
this one.
This Warkar having just broken out of drinking and having this amount of physical contact with a person he's never met before, while he was pushed into a competition by his quote unquote friends. He's kind of
Wow.
so he's kind of like in a situation where he's going through a couple of emotions, but he lands on this might as well be happening, and then he hugs the guy back briskly and kind of very gently pushes him back. Yeah, this hug is over. Thank you.
Anyway, right? So please let go of the poor man. He's just please. And she starts tugging at his arms, and it's very awkward.
Okay.
She seems, from what you can tell, she seems to have a better understanding of like social norms than he does.
Okay. Feel better, my friend. Also, stop touching me.
He just like awkwardly stops hugging you.
I think my problem here is like I feel as though I'm working at a character just because there are things that Warkar would do and say, and stuff that I would do and say, and I'm working against Warkar by being myself. I don't know.
I mean, I thought you were doing fine.
Same.
Okay.
I thought this was in character. This is in character, right? Is it?
It is. It's all in character.
Okay.
I just
Alright.
feel as though I'm not doing. I don't know. I'm hard on myself. Ignore me. It's fine.
All right. Well, I will continue viewing this as being in character. He lets go of you and just like awkwardly starts shuffling back outside of the tavern and going in a direction back to the tower, of which he currently calls home.
So
With
our
Shala.
time scheduling round 2 with that fellow. So, our bear has gone blank stared.
Meanwhile, you see Nietzsche, he's just like has this glossy look over his eyes and just like, no, it doesn't
Keep
actually
moving.
happen. You two, figure out something to do.
Well,
Okay.
Role play.
This was fun. Okay, so since we are out in public, I will not discuss the thing that we were dealing with before I woke up, but I will say, okay, so you are an interesting fellow, and I will. You have been supportive when it was necessary, so I will. I consider you a friend. And this is me. This is my character development. This is really badly written on my part. I'm trying my best. Okay, so I'm trying. I feel as though I've been a little colder to you, small, mercurial person. But I want you to know that you're welcome with me and nature.
I appreciate it. I will continue on your
Yeah.
travels as I try to solve my own questions.
Word.
We can help.
Squad.
Whoa, Nietzsche, you're back.
Yes. I was kind of looking into the stars for a moment, even though it's
It-
daytime.
It's sunny out. That's impressive.
Sunset. Wait, it's like 3 o'clock.
It's
It
like
is
3 or
about-
4.
It is getting closer to 4. It's about what? It's almost 4. Like,
Are your retinas okay for staring at the sun?
I do not stare at the sun. That would be really, really unsmart of me.
I mean, it's the only star I can see right now. Anyway, do we want to explore the town, find out what's around here?
Yes.
I,
And then maybe
Beside
since we had
dirt.
to be, yes, since we had to come here in order to get to Mage Haven, we forgot to ask them if they know how to get to Mage Haven, or if we could tag along with them maybe, so we don't get lost.
Well, he went back to that tower outside of town, so it shouldn't be hard to find him. Or we can just announce another drinking contest. I'm sure he'd show up then.
Just
That's-
summons him right back to the tavern.
That is correct. I assume that would work, in fact. We could try that later for sure. I guess for now, what do you want to do?
I mean, I'd like to explore the town and see if I can see what they have. I mean,
Okay.
it's called dirt. I assume they have more than just dirt here.
Well, lead the way, I'll follow.
Lead the way.
Sim.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start going down the nearest street.
All right, you get on the inner street and you see a lot of dirt. Interestingly enough, there isn't much here in the dirt. You see a lot of wagon or cart tracks that would tell of various people just coming through the town a lot. As far as the actual town goes, you spy a few houses. There is a one store that
How
looks
clustered
like it
is
has. It's not.
it?
It's a
It's
very
open.
small-
There's a lot
it's
of
very
dirt.
open. Yep,
Hills or flat,
hills.
and just dirt hills.
Yep. There's grass. There's a couple of trees, but it's not very. It's not much.
Well, this is nothing like the town I'm used to, that's for sure.
It's very different.
Yes, there are 0 crystals. But at
It's
least
barely even hollow.
that's true too. It doesn't look like. Let's go see how much honey cost here.
I mean, there's only one store.
And hopefully
guess-
they sell honey. That is all we need to know to base how good of a town it is.
Okay, as you approach the general store, you see behind it a singular tree. Just as of a note.
Hmm.
You go into the you go into the shop, and the storekeep looks at you. It continues
Hello.
looking at you.
Do you have honey for sale, and is it less than 3 gold a jar?
No, Nietzsche. You
3
don't
gold a
start-
jar.
You don't
Where'd you
start
come
with
from?
that.
Mr. Holla?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ain't nobody selling 3 gold a jar around here.
How much is it?
3 gold a jar.
Well, then how much can I get a jar of honey for from you? 5 silver?
2 silver pieces.
2 of them? Wow. I look back to
We
Johan.
don't really have much.
Well, I'll take your whole stock.
He looks at you in disbelief. He goes outside through a back door.
All
You
right.
you see that it goes outside, and there's a shed that he's. If you follow him and just look around, it's out the door, and he's looking through his shed, getting some jars that look like honey jars, as one would expect, and you see the tree, the singular tree that exists there, and there's just a couple of beehives that are there
Hmm.
that are just hanging, and you spy them. You're like, I guess you do nature things
I lick
in the
my
face
lips.
of this in the face of this beehive.
Look, Johan. Look, Walker. This is a great city.
It probably is. Yes. Doesn't look it.
And
I mean, it's got drinking for Warcar, drinking contest for Warcar. It's got cheap honey for you. It fills everyone's needs.
Yes, it's got a magic tower for you.
it's just like a random ass magic tower.
You seem to be
And
mumbling,
he gets
Warcar.
like
Is everything
he gets
okay?
like 5 jars and scoops some honey out of the thing to top off one of the jars, and he's like holding them all in his arms, and he asks you, how do you want to carry these?
Well, actually, I just want one pot for now, and I'll come back for the rest later.
Oh, okay. Please just pick one. Please. Thank you.
Yes. And here you go. You said 2 apiece, and
Yes.
I know that 5 of these silver coins will pay for 2 of them and maybe a half, and then I can pay you, I guess, another 5 silver coins to pay for the other 2.5, which should be all 5 of them.
Yes, that is correct. And he's like making sure to keep all of them held up in his arms. It's kind of awkward.
It looks like I'm out of all silver and copper. Can I get change?
Yeah, sure. Just he walks back through the back door awkwardly, still carrying the honey jars, and he starts very carefully setting them down onto the counter.
As he's doing that and getting change for the 1 gold piece I put forward, I turn to Johan and go, I learned this from you. I actually have 6 silver.
Good job, Nature. That's some professional bartering you did right there.
Thank you. Yes, my change, please. As I take one of the pots of honey and start eating
He
it.
hands you back 8 silver pieces.
Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3,
I'm sorry,
Four.
I checked out for a second. What's happening?
5.
He's buying honey.
Wow, Nature learned to count higher than 3, Warcar.
Yes, look.
Yeah.
It's finally happening. You said he
Nature's
gives me
very
back 8 of them?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, if you could just put a lid or some sort of wrap around the top so it doesn't get tainted with all the dirt.
They're corked.
Very good. Also, friend, I have a question.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any
Yeah,
business partnerships?
No, it's not really, but it's just kind of a small town.
That's true. How hot does it get here?
It doesn't get too hot. There's a good wind that comes through every so often. We don't have to worry about that too much.
Do you have a stick?
Sure. He goes
Just
outside.
a small little stick.
He picks up a stick that had fallen from the tree.
Okay. I will use Druidcraft to sort of clean the stick and something like, I don't know if that can even happen, but I want to like wipe off the stick. I want to dip it in the honey, and I want to sort of swirl it around to where it catches a good amount on the stick, and as I pull it out, cast Frostbite on it to freeze it.
He's like looking at it, like, ah.
Now, do me a favor and lick this, please. And I hand him the popsicle.
You hand him this popsicle.
I zoned out again. What's happening?
I'm making
Just
popsicles.
Just let it happen.
How does
Wait,
that?
is this happening to me?
Is that
No.
not the most refreshing thing you've ever put in your mouth?
Well, yeah, that's pretty good, but
Oh, thank God it's not happening to me. Okay.
You like the taste of Nature's magic
Jesus.
stick.
It's honey. And it's frozen, so it's nice little tingly and easier to eat, and it just it makes you feel good.
Yeah, this is quite good. How'd you do that?
Well, I cast one of my spells to freeze it, and if you would like, I can spend a few hours a day making these for you so you can sell them. I don't know how much you would charge, but all the profits can go to you so that you can make more honey.
Ah, all right. Yeah, okay, we can get something going. I don't know how long you plan on staying in town for, but
Well, probably until the person that made that big old tower outside of town leaves. We'll probably go with them.
oh yeah, I've seen that tower. They've been here for a couple of days. Not really. They've been here like a couple of hours at most. They just sort of like got here probably around noon.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Did they carry that tower with them? Must be a
Uh,
very strong horse.
Once they got here, it just sort of. Well, I was inside when this happened, but I heard tell from one of my friends, Bob over there. He said that it just sort of appeared. I was looking at them, wondering what they were doing, and then suddenly there was a tower there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The woman was casting some kind of strange spell. Now, I'm not one for any magic or anything but like that, but so I mean, pretty much any spell is strange to me.
Fair enough. Thanks for the information.
No
And,
problem, no problem. Please come back again. Unless you have more business. Would you like to buy a rope?
A rope. Sell me on it.
It is quite nice and thick. He takes out like a coil of 50 feet of rope and starts like pulling at it. It's a looks like very strong rope. It does that thing where like vibrates whenever you put tension on it, and it's pretty convincing. There, hold this side, and he hands it to you, and you take it, and like yanks it, and you go flying across the room, and he shows you the rope. See, still good, and you're like upside down on the wall.
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no one help.
Nicholas,
It's fine.
that's
I'll get out
strong.
myself.
You sold me on it. It's very good. I'm not
Does it
buying,
mean-
by the way.
Oh, he's very disappointed. He looks very disappointed. He puts
Just kidding. I will buy some.
It
I will buy. Okay, so
is
like, what's the standard
regular
amount?
going price for 50 coil rope is 1 gold, but I will give it to you for 8 silver.
It's silver. Okay, let me divvy that up. Because right now I think I only have 160 gold, so I'll give him a gold. Will he give me change?
I mean, yeah.
You should have Nature barter this rope for you. He's very
Cool.
good at it.
Currently,
gold,
nature
give-
is making
give-
popsicles and eating them. Do not care about rope right now. I am halfway through the pot of honey, making a popsicle, eating it, and then using the same stick and recycling it.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna give this person 1 gold, and how much?
He gives
Change
you
will
2
I get
silver
back?
back. He gives you 2 silver back. He's very happy. Oh, thank you.
So yeah, and I would do what would I? I would yeah. So what kind of rope is it?
It's some good old-fashioned hemp rope.
You should smoke it.
Yep. Anyway, Nietzsche, are you going to like start on your popsicles for this man, or?
Yeah, I'll after I finish my half a pot of honey, I'll go ahead and
Okay.
stop and I'll look at Johan and Warkar and I'll be like, friends, as much as I would like to go with you, I think I'm gonna help this man with his business for maybe an hour or two, making popsicles.
Okay.
Nietzsche, you do realize that if you're going to help him with his business, you can't just immediately eat them.
I've come to terms with it. I don't like it, But you are correct. That's why I ate half a pot of honey in preparation for this.
He's made his peace with it. It's fine.
But
I-
maybe I can get a little fair share of what I make. For every 10 popsicles, I eat one of them.
Now, I think it's much more fair for every 10 popsicles you make, you eat 9 of them.
That sounds way better. I like it. Mr. Bartender, or General Storekeeper,
My name is Nicolas.
Nicolas.
Nicolas, yes.
How many of these popsicles can I eat as I make them?
2, 3, 4.
Nicholas, I would like to make profits. If you're going to buy the popsicles that you make, then
No.
I don't really understand. I mean, I'm
Okay.
trying to make money here.
Yes, that is true. Johann, I have to try to eat as little popsicle as I can. That way he can produce even more honey. And in the future, I could eat all of the popsicles.
To be fair, I don't think he produces the honey. I think he buys the honey from traders that come in.
But he just got the honey from the bees outside. Do you get your honey from the bees outside, sir?
Yes, I was thinking about trying to
Get
get them
more?
to. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to have a few more customers like yourself, perhaps more beehives would be a good investment.
Yes, I've been known, it's known in Crystal Hollow that this is the best honey in town. In fact, I heard 100 people were coming down here just to sample. So, we need to start making sales quick. Johann
He
and
starts like breathing heavily. Oh no.
Johann and Warkar, if you could spread the word to everybody that there is more honey being produced here in the form of popsicles, that would be most pleasant. And while you're doing that, I will create them. Sir, do you have an apron for me?
Yeah, sure.
Would you ask him?
If he has an apron that I can borrow.
Yes, here he pulls out.
Gotta stay within health regulations.
So, okay.
Yes, sure.
No time to waste, and I start making as many popsicles as I can within 2 hours.
Okay.
I was about to say something about like a full body hairnet, but then I briefly saw a flash of a bear in fishnet.
All right. Over the course of the next 2 hours, you're making your honey popsicles, Johan, Warkar. What are you doing? I am assuming that you're not just gonna stand there and wait for Nietzsche to finish making his popsicles. I mean,
I will do exactly that. No, I'm gonna walk around town.
I mean, there's not much left around town. Warkar, do you want to go talk with your drinking friend at that tower? See if he can give us more information about this party. Nietzsche seems
Sure.
set on his task.
Like, how big is this town? Is it like if I look in one direction, will I see the end of it?
you can go outside and you can see the tower from here.
Okay.
It is not a you will you will see the end of the town if you go outside and look.
Gotcha. Okay, I look left. I am satisfied that I've seen the entire, most, if not the entirety, of the outside of the town, and I start walking toward the tower.
I'm following, or with him rather.
Did we catch the name of that fellow that you drank with?
It shouldn't be. He shouldn't be hard.
That's fair.
I mean-
That's fair.
To answer your question, no, I did not catch his name. Wait, someone did say his name though. Was it his attendant? Was it one of the barmaids? Was it you?
There are a couple of people that said his name.
Started with a letter in the alphabet.
Yes, they tend to do that.
Not always.
I mean,
Please remember that Warkar
I
has
assume
been.
that you're doing this, like you're having this conversation on the way to the tower that you can very
Yes.
clearly
Yes.
see.
Yes, we're walking and talking. Also, please remember that Warkar's from the ocean, and he knows that there's a lot of fucked up shit in the ocean, not just whales, as these people seem to think. Or at least
I've
they're
lived in a
afraid.
town my whole life.
This is
You have
not.
lived in a city your whole life.
Yes.
Point is like Warkar has either seen or heard of fucked up shit that's worse than whale. But that's a side topic. Anyway.
You make your way over to the tower while you're having your discussions about the various sea life and letters that may or may not be in certain people's names. And you get to the tower and you look up to it. And at the top of the tower, you see your good friend and drinking buddy, the buff guy, waving at
Hello,
you.
the buff guy.
Oh, hello, friend!
Hello. What is
Warkar's
your
back for
name? I
round 2.
forget. As is, it should be reasonable that I forget considering the amount that we drink.
He like. Let me look at the
Yeah.
sheet real quick. Make sure that I don't make him do something he can't actually do.
You person.
He jumps off of the tower
Okay.
as
Listen
you
to the
ask your
character.
question.
Is this the 100-foot tower?
Yes.
Okay, just
He's a
checking.
monk. Monks at a certain level can do that sort of thing. Right?
Yes, that is something that monks can do.
But they can
All
always.
right.
Right.
DM
So
roll 6 equal to how much? 5 times. Okay. He comes down. He falls. And like he does like a swan dive and does a full front flip and he he does a nice landing, does a little roll, and he doesn't seem to be worse for wear. He's got like a little bit of dirt on him. Otherwise, he's totally fine. What was your question, friend?
yeah, what's your name? Also, I have other questions, but let's start there.
I'm just staring like amazed that he just did this, like jaws kind of hanging open a bit, and Warkar's just
Thank you.
completely unfazed.
My name is Irathil.
Pause. Warkar walks around all day for the past month or so with a talking bear and has talked to not one but 2 dragons. A guy jumping from a window and not dying is whatever.
He jumped from the top of the tower,
That's
like
fine.
on the roof.
That may as well have happened.
Yep.
Magic. I'm sorry to cut everybody off. I apologize. Continue, please.
And what is your name?
What was his name? He said it and I didn't.
Oh, he said his name was Rizo.
Rizo. Oh, Rizo. Nice to meet you, Rizo. I am Warkar Flukerflam. And yeah, that's my name, and this is Johan last name.
Yes,
Sorry.
Johan, last name.
Yes, hello, Walker Flukerflam, and Johan last name.
Please tell him your actual
Your last name is very straightforward.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, are you also here for the
Vinwick. Okay.
where did you get that from?
I don't know.
Susanoo.
No,
Sure.
I'm going to go
Wait,
and say
you're not here.
It is Johan last name.
Okay, Johan last name. Let's continue. Okay, I'm Warkar. You're Ricky.
Rizo?
Rizo. Sorry, Rizo. I will remember that. So I'm Warkar. You're Rizo. This is Johan. We're all cool. So yes, you had the question for me after I asked you a question. Thank you.
Are you here for the party?
Yes, in fact, we wanted to ask you a couple of questions about that. So what do you know about?
We have no idea how to get to Mage Haven. We are here because little note tells us.
The very same. I expect we'll get a second hint
Second
at
clue.
some.
Yes.
Yes. Well, yes. Also, you hold your drink reasonably well.
So
And
do you. So do you.
yes. Also, I am enjoying your accent. Very. But anyway, about that. So yeah, follow up question about that tower. It's pretty cool. Your friend said she made it. What do you from where do you hail? Where do you come from? Do we came from Crystal Hollow, though that is not our home. Oh, this is it was Johan's home. But from whence do you come, good sir?
Uh, he stumbles a little. We are kind of traveler.
The same.
Traveler. And earlier we are visiting Crystal Hollow for business.
Cool.
Business being a party.
And then we found flyers and we made our way very quickly. Through use of magic, as one does.
If I may inquire, what kind of business do you partake in? You seem to be in no shortage of wealth, if you don't mind me.
Tishala sells stuff, and I make with the intimidation and persuasion.
Cool.
So you're the salesman and she's the crafter?
Yes.
Okay, I know what this actually is, but I'm too nice. You're a good dude. I get it.
What does she craft? I am curious.
Oh, just various items. If you ask her, she may be able to craft something for you. But the fuck are you drawing? Oh.
That's Johan's face.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Over in the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Based
that
on the
what- is that-
description, that's what I understand it to look like.
Yeah. Oh God, is he a thing from Monster Hunter? I haven't seen that show.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, that little eyeball dude with the chameleon tongue.
Yeah, that show. Oh, wow. And you would use like
Monster
music
Rancher.
CDs to,
Yeah,
make
rancher.
Oh, Monster Rancher. Yeah.
Anyway, where were we?
We were talking about
Monster Rancher.
we were talking about what his friend crafts.
Yes, Tishala will craft pretty much anything. Given appropriate amount of time.
That's very impressive. Sounds absolutely fascinating. Was she the one that crafted this tower?
Different form of crafting, but yes. Oh, yes.
Amazing.
Would you like to go talk to her?
Sure. It's cool.
And he bellows and yells, Tishala! And it's very loud. Not like thaumaturgy loud, but
I flinch a bit.
she does come back. Well, come down, and I guess Kelvin is having connection issues, which is fine because it's not been a game day yet. Anyway, she comes down and is like, yes, Raiso, what do you want? And he like looks, he's like gesturing between the three of you. He's like, please talk. She looks at you,
Hello.
just kind of annoyed. Not at you, but at Raizo.
Oh. I'm very interested. Your friend says you craft many things. I'd like to know more
And she
if
like
you don't mind.
she like puts her. She's like a little bit of a face on thing. It's like yes, craft things. Please come in. Come in.
Right.
It is no particular secrets.
I mean, I'm gonna follow her inside, but as we're walking in, I'll say, "Oh, and Raizo, speaking of crafting, in the general store right now, we have our bear friend crafting the most delicious treat you could ever eat. I highly recommend going to try it."
Pretty good, probably.
Interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting.
Well, T'Challa, I trust that you have this under control. I will go visit, and before she ends, he just like does his monk thing and just darts off very quickly.
All the
that-
movement speed.
Yep, all the movement speed. He's gone.
Your friend is very fast. I hope he doesn't run right past
She
the general.
teleports in front of him. You watch as she just teleports right in front of me. Excuse me, Raizo. Are you going to just run off again and leave me with random people that I do not even know? It like trips over himself trying not to run into her and please. He gives like the worst sheepish grin he could possibly muster. And she teleports back over to you guys. And he continues running off.
We've met many people that are really good at teleporting in these last few days. Anyways,
It is
he'll
a
be
very
fine.
useful skill. Here, come in.
Okay.
Don't sound
I-
so
I
excited, Worker.
I probably need to duck my head in. I'm not sure how high is the what's the door like?
The door's tall enough for you to not. You don't need to. Each floor is 10 feet tall, so you're pretty
Okay.
good.
No, it's fine. I'm just
It is a
A,
magical
I am-
tower.
yeah. I'm continuously marshaling and being very judicious with my energy. Also, I'm coming over passing out drunk. So I'm sorry if I'm not the most enthusiastic. I'm doing my best.
On the
Yes,
first
it's
day,
very-
on the first floor, you see just sort of a lounge space. Got a couple of couches, some armchairs, some tables with stills. There's like not much going on. Very easy to relax in. There's a small bookshelf on the wall.
Is it like a hammer space where it's way bigger on the inside than it is on
No.
the outside?
It's the same amount of space inside and outside.
All right.
It's like a 10-foot by 10-foot room ish. Circular 100 square feet.
You must be an amazing crafter considering you made all this in just hours.
The spell sort of takes care of it. I just sort of recite it after my studies. As you're talking, this woman, you know, she is wearing like in direct contrast with Raizo, who is wearing almost as little clothing as he possibly can. Just, I mean, he's got his monk beads on and some nice baggy pants and stuff, you know. Vaguely monk-looking things. T'Challa is wearing sort of this nice blue coat, and also comparatively baggy, soft-looking pants. Almost like pajama pants even. She has like a satchel to her side that looks like a small satchel that looks like it would be carrying various magic components. As her earrings, her eyes are a golden color. And on the other side, she has a somewhat familiar looking artifact that you have seen a type of before in the form of Aslan's thing. Anyway, Speaking of things, yeah, just go ahead and have a seat. While you're relaxing, please, just think of something that you want me to make, and I so we'll be back eventually to divvy out the price.
Anything?
Not anything, just things.
Hmm.
Do not worry if you can't pay for it. I will just store it away and find someone else who can pay for it.
Well, I'm trying to think. I think if I could get.
And she comes up to you and whispers in your ear, or where your ear should be. If you want something magical, we need to keep it hush hush.
Yes, yes, of course. No. Don't worry about that. We understand the ways of the area. I wasn't thinking of something so extravagant yet. Something that would be
You do have money, right?
a little.
Okay, good enough for me.
I've come about it here or there. You know.
I will cover to a certain extent something that you would like to buy if necessary.
Well, if she can craft anything, Warcar, we should get Nietzsche a real honey pot. That way he has something to really store his honey in.
Okay.
What do you mean, a real honey pot?
What is a real honey pot? Like a honey pot
Yes.
holding?
Well,
A honey bag of holding. I like that.
I mean, we could. It depends. That's probably a little out of my price range, though.
It's probably out of my price range too, to be absolutely honest.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. I accidentally left.
Oh, that's not good.
Martin, I want her to make this. Nietzsche's not there, obviously, but
Wow, you were ready.
bro.
What's happening?
The Discord.
That sure does. That's a thing. Okay, well, again, you are correct. You are not there. It's been roughly 30 minutes of walking around, talking.
I am thinking of Nietzsche when I'm talking about this. I bring up like
I have a friend. He really likes honey. Like, really likes honey. If we could have a way for him to transport or get more honey, do you have anything like that?
Sure that I could come up with something.
And obviously, we'd need
You said
it
to store
customized.
honey? What?
To store, to I mean, if you can possibly make honey, so let's just say the first thing we do in any town is go straight to the general store for his honey.
Ah, that's right. He's the bear.
Yes, he is the bear. It's kind of hard to miss.
Anyway, she like gives a little bit of thought. We will, unless you would like to buy this as a gift. We can talk about things that you want.
Personally, I would love to spend some time with you to talk about how you crafted this tower. Was it some sort of ritual you did?
It is a spell, and it's called Galder's Tower. And after the casting time, it just pops into existence, and I can customize it any way I want to. I like to store books into the bookshelf as well. It's almost like a pocket dimension, except not really. It exists on this plane, but just somewhere, I'm not really sure.
trying to see if this can it be casted as a ritual?
It's not a ritual spell.
Dang it.
This is an amazing. It's amazing. So
it exists at all, and you just kind of summon it.
Uh, pretty much. Yeah, it's the summoning. And lots of the things I'll say that I am pretty much a dabbler in the conjuration magics.
Conjuration.
That would
Mhm.
explain your ability to craft such amazing things.
Yes, craft. She like gives you this look, like craft. And
Out
she
of character.
winks.
Out of character, this is I'm starting to remember some things. I think I know this person
Yeah.
out of character.
She's
In
from that one
character,
shot.
yeah. So I know where this is going.
Do you know where this is going?
don't.
Well, that's part of the fun. But yeah, I know who
I'm
this
sure. I'm sure as these interactions keep going on, you'll start remembering more and more of things that I've said in the past.
Yeah, well, just principally on this one. I don't think Warcar would know, so I'm just gonna not say.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Well,
it's about I don't know
1 week since you looked. No, sorry.
4:30-ish, 4:45, about an hour since you left nature. We'll say.
this casting does sound a little out of my league. It is very interesting to hear about it, though. I think for now, I'd like to just stick with the gift idea.
So you want a honey pot for your friend?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Just 1 moment, please. I would prefer that my trade secrets. I mean, secrets.
Ah, yes, of course, of course.
And she goes up to the second floor. She does. So you see, you see her like casually summon an elemental.
Okay, wait.
No, she
What?
doesn't. It takes a minute.
What?
Never mind. You see her like casually just make an elemental guard one of the doors to just make sure you just stand there. It's not doing anything. It's just looking at you.
What kind of elemental is it?
I'll be honest. There are so many fucking elementals that I'm not having a hard time like picking one.
Fire, rock, water, honey.
It's like a little water elemental, just a small one.
Okay.
Just sort of swirls around casually.
Hard element.
So, Warcard, do you think she knows anything about how to get to Mage Haven? She seems to be quite the caster.
Oh, may as well ask her. Hey, person.
She's upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Hey,
listen.
person.
Oh my god.
One time when I was in college, I needed to get to the copier, and someone was in front of me, and I said, "Excuse me, person." And the person next to them said, "He also goes by." I thought it
Goes
was
by what?
human.
Really? They actually
Yeah.
say that? What the fuck?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, that's what I actually meant to say, but I couldn't. I just said person. It was also
Alright. And it'll take her about 5 to 10 minutes to do something to obtain an object of your specifications.
Can I like get up and look at the bookshelves and get an idea of like the different books she has in it? She keeps mentioning.
Alright, go ahead. Sure. Yeah, you can go look at the bookshelves. Are you looking for anything particular or just browsing?
Oh, I'm just browsing specifically. I want if anything catches my eye.
Alright, so you see a number of books on the various languages of the world. You recognize one of them as being written for halflings. Most of them are like common to whatever other language. You see a dwarven one, a draconic one, orc, giant, even abyssal. There are some there are some books on like various blacksmithing techniques, various like tools and weapons that people use. There's like the odd romance novel here and there.
I pull out a romance novel and wave it over my head. Warcar, I found a book you might like.
That's trashy stuff, man.
Trash.
Talk about Reader's Digest. Come on, bro.
That's true. You are an author. I mean, maybe you should tell me what books
Acolyte.
are good here.
This is someone else's place, man. We're here to buy stuff, not rifle around in other people's stuff. It's not there to catch money.
I'm just browsing. I promise.
I guess, whatever, man. Warcar is like, what is he sitting on? Like a chair or something, or is he standing?
I assume he's standing, looking at the bookshelf.
Is there a chair to sit on?
Oh, by the way, the bookshelf's like taller than you, like everything else is.
Okay.
But
Yeah. I'm browsing what I can see.
that's fair. There are various chairs and sofas and things. It's a lounge room. It just happens to like have a bookshelf.
Okay. I carefully sit on a sofa, and I underscore carefully because Warcar
very
understands that that's not the problem. Warcar understands that he's 300 pounds with full
It
plate.
seems very sturdy.
Okay. And
You get the feeling that it might be made for someone that's a little bit reckless with their placement of body.
Okay.
Horizon.
I get you. Yeah, I got that. So yeah, and I recline. I put my arms up. I get comfortable while I take in the area. So like I see the bookcase. I see like stuff. Oh, all right. So yeah, chilling out, relaxing cool. I'm done talking.
Sitting in some
I couldn't make it rhyme.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either.
That's why I stopped.
Anyway, you relax. Johan continues looking at the various books that are just around. Some language books, trashy romance novels. You find a stool and you increase your height by like 1 foot using the stool, and you like look at more books, and you see some various like low level castings, low level spells in spell books or something like that. How I'm feeling.
Ooh, yeah. I want to pull one out and look for ritual spells.
You pull one out, and it's not in a language that you understand.
Dang it! Well, then I'm gonna put it back.
You pull out another one.
Yes.
Are you looking for one that you understand?
Yes.
Roll investigation. Okay, you find like a fairly like thin manuscript of a spell. It'll take you a little bit. You don't regularly recognize it. It's in halfling. You understand that language, so
Yes.
you don't readily recognize the spell. It's not like titled or anything, but given a good read through it over the course of a short rest, you might learn a thing or two. You feel like.
I'm going to hold on to it and wait for her to come back.
She comes down the stairs. You see the water elemental get ushered aside by T'Challa. She like holds, so she like inspects this glass jar in her hand.
Does it look like that picture?
It looks like that picture.
Oh, that's amazing. Welcome back. How was it?
It is fine.
So, what exactly did you create?
I created what is essentially a jar of holding. that holds just honey.
That's amazing. He would love that. Workhard, wouldn't he love that?
Yes, how much?
I'm not sure how much this should be priced. Raizo would know, but he is. I don't know where Raizo is, honestly.
Mm,
Unfortunately, I would have to know where he is in order to teleport to him.
right.
I'm sure he's at the general store with our friend Nietzsche. If that's what you'd like to do.
You don't generally concern yourself with the pricing of these things.
He handles it. He knows more than I do about prices. I just do the spells and the teleportations and the crafting and all of the important stuff that isn't talking to me about prices.
The socialization is his department. I understand.
Yeah, see, he's the social person.
Yes, he seems like quite the socialite. My friend Workhard. They had a drink together yesterday.
Yeah.
That was today.
That was today. They
That
had
was
a drink
today.
together a couple hours ago.
Yes, I have shaken it off entirely. Look, so I guess we can retrieve this gentleman and or here's the thing. How about we take that and all the three of us go look for him and maybe we can simultaneously work out price, and if we come to an amenable agreement, we can immediately give it to our friend. Does that sound good?
That sounds like a good idea to me.
All right,
We
that
can all-
sounds fine. I'll just put this inside of a bag.
Cool.
Keep it hidden. So
Yes,
Sure,
yes,
sure,
of
sure.
course.
she finds just like a regular ass cloth bag. Puts it in
Oh,
there.
and can I borrow this book? It looks very interesting to me.
Ah,
Wait
you
a
are
minute.
trying to learn.
Oh
Always.
no.
Sure.
Out of character, sorry. I'm figuring stuff out.
I mean,
Thank you.
I think most of the things that you would know out of character, other than the one shot, you would know in character. There are things that you might know from the one shot that you would actually know in character.
Really?
Yeah, actually. I gave you a lot of information during the first few sessions we were here.
Probably did, and I forgot all of it.
Excellent.
Roasted. Do you not have OneNote open to take notes?
Taking notes.
Interesting. You're that character.
I
But
bet
here's the
Nietzsche,
thing.
I bet Nietzsche has a lot of notes.
I do.
My
Yes,
problem
but they're
is-
all in Druidic.
Okay,
Yes. At least the ones
We
that I
can-
actually write down, like in character. Otherwise, yeah, I still have a lot, like your backgrounds and stuff I have written down.
You speak in Druidic out of game too. It doesn't surprise me.
Anyway, you walk back to the general store and like looking inside for nature, and it's like I don't see nature in anywhere. So you walk out to the back, and Nietzsche and Raizo, and Niklas have set up like some kind of weird assembly line of honey popsicle making. Raizo like sticks a stick into a jar of honey, pulls out some honey, and Nietzsche like quickly casts frostbite onto the honey, and
Come
It's
one,
very-
come all, get your honey popsicles. That's all.
It's very effective as they continue just making more and more honey, and they just keep going and going and going, and just making like sticks of honey. They don't have anywhere to store it, so there's like a pile that Nicholas is holding. He's like, and it's starting to melt in his arms, and he doesn't know what to do with it. They haven't thought that far ahead. And T'Challa comes and says, Raizo, there's Nietzsche there.
Nietzsche.
It's not. And she looks like she looks like the person that thinks that they're just surrounded by idiots.
It's fine.
What she
It's only
doesn't
partially
know
true.
is that she is the smartest person here.
That is unfortunate.
I mean, she's not.
I think we're all pretty
yeah.
smart.
Wow, when you make that face, you look just like Warcar.
Mm,
Waka
watch-
understands the situation. And you see her, it's just like,
yeah,
wide-eyed, like, really? This is, you guys,
I have gotten used to it. I'm sorry. Well, gonna walk up. I'm gonna mosey up to this one. So let's see what's happening. Hail, friend Fur. What's up with this action?
Can't talk, busy.
Word, I
Me
see.
too.
Here, try one of these. Quality control, please.
Okay, cool.
you take a popsicle of honey and you start licking it. It's pretty good.
2 silver.
Okay,
This is a business. Nothing's for free.
fine.
Even
I
the
give
friend
it 2
discount,
silver.
you see.
Cool. I give the 2 silver.
You give them 2 silver, and I assume you enjoy your popsicle.
I would hope he would enjoy it. It's the best in the land. Uh,
Hashtag only.
as he eats the popsicle and I get the 2 silver, I have set up my bell to be hanging from the tree, and I hit it and go, 2 popsicles sold, and then the other 2 people that are helping me say 2 popsicles,
Yep.
and then we keep going and doing our
It's
thing.
it's very efficient.
It's very like cold stoning.
Raizo looks like he's having a lot of fun, and Nicholas is just concerned.
I look over towards Warkar and Johan. Why are there not more customers?
We brought this lady. She's clearly a customer.
Oh,
One
here,
second.
have a popsicle.
She's too flabbergasted to like say no, so she takes a popsicle and
2 silver.
hands you 2 silver.
2 silver.
She
2
starts
silver.
eating
Best popsicles in the land, I tell you.
Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher. That's what I was going for.
Okay.
it.
Quick, go and tell the rest of the town.
Gotcha. I walk outside. Walker walks outside, and I use thaumaturgy because I do have that.
You have
Oh
thaumaturgy.
God!
Okay.
Good old thaumaturgy, which allows me.
Yup. Yeah, I know exactly what thaumaturgy does.
Okay. I use the enloudening one.
Yup.
And I clear my throat. And I can't yell because I can't actually yell, but you'll get the idea.
Yes, I get it. I understand. You yell about the popsicles, and it's very loud, and you gather the attention of a lot of people. And some of these people seem like they recognize you from the tavern. And it's like, and there are others that don't quite recognize you. There's the one guy that was listening to you preach, and he's hanging on to every word. He's already inside buying popsicles and eating them. He's spent like 6 silver already, and
5 popsicles sold. 5 popsicles sold. All right, we just have 2,000 left.
During your 2,000. Why 2,000?
You gotta aim high, friend.
Okay. And as this whole action is going on, the 2 mages from earlier come up and I'm like, interesting. Very nice assembly here.
The 2 people we raced.
Yeah.
I hand them both a popsicle. Here, this is for winning.
Okay.
2
And
silver.
They give you a look like, is that how winning works?
Yes, this is the friend discount.
Okay. And they hand you 2 silver each.
7 popsicles sold.
And there's like a steady stream of people. I'll say that roll a general d20, and I'll say that like 12 more popsicles are sold between a number of people.
12 more.
More. Yes.
Okay. So
It seems to be
19
growing.
popsicles sold.
It seems to be growing in popularity.
Tell your friend the most delicious treat of the season.
It also makes you drink more. I look to
does his
Irathil.
yelling, and
It doesn't actually do that. But it's effective marketing. I took a class.
You did what?
Yes.
When
As we
did you-
ponder the mystery of Nietzsche taking an actual class and doing literally anything, that is where we're going to end the session.
Oh.
Cool.
Because some of us, because it's 10:20.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Y'all have to work and shit tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would just, well, I would just go on until midnight. But
Yeah.
But you've barely gotten to play D&D today.
I know, right?
right,
I'm gonna end my stream. I'll be right back.
Oh well.
All right. Appreciate everyone coming out. Hopefully you had a good old time with your good pal Nietzsche. And until next time, peace.